Welcome to Grimm's. I'm Grimm. Thank you so much for joining us again for this whole new episode of this second season of Grimm's Tavern does Tales of RAVNICA.
Yay.
I feel like we just did this not that long ago.
We are picking up at the end of our last session where we pretty much cut it as soon as these guys jumped nose past that finish line. But before we get into the nitty-gritty and pick up on that high note, gonna have these guys introduce themselves. We have Mr. Malk. Yeah.
It's Chris. Hi.
Then we have Lisa.
Hi.
Yay. We have Chris.
I just didn't have it. Hi.
Hi again.
Hi again.
And then we have...
It's Sarah.
It's Sarah and everyone else.
Hi.
Yay. All right. If you guys like what you're seeing, by the way, thus far, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to us if you kind of like this campaign and you like what we're about. And now I feel like we're going to get into a little recap before we jump right back into that continuity from the last one.
How crazy it was.
Okay.
It was something.
We left off in that last one. You guys had made it onto the Rakdos race course that surrounds the Gore House in the southern area of the Smelting Ward. You guys had to participate as the entertainment in order to actually get a free admittance into the carnarium that's closer to the center of the facility and get closer into the Rakdos area. Through a combination of playing it safe and playing it very not safe, you guys actually managed to continue to please the crowd, all while not getting yourselves completely mashed and massacred. And by the second lap, they had destroyed themselves, and you guys turbo boosted through the wreckage, managed to kind of drift and weave, take out the remaining guys, and a lizard has jumped onto the vehicle, now piloted by Zoralia, as it zooms towards the finish line, and he lifts off and jumps over that finish line, lightning from the stands from an unpleased fan. And that's where we're picking off, is with you crossing over with
Just my
Becky
tongue
on your
crosses it.
Oh!
Just to finish it.
A little bit
Yeah,
extra.
Real photo finish.
My brown scale.
For the record, they wouldn't have counted that as a win, but you guys are literally the only people still in the
Yes,
race.
so it's just us
consider that
against
a win.
ourselves.
That's how it works.
It's
I'm pretty
just,
sure it's by the nose,
You have to,
isn't it?
you have to cross the finish line. You have to cross the finish
Yeah.
line.
It's just us by ourselves as well.
That's
it's
right.
Just
And yet, the nature of a Rakdos race is such that even though you guys are the only people on the racetrack and winning by a mile, as you leap off of this spike-covered vehicle and land across the finish line to thunderous applause and approval, you are now fighting a demon engine that pilots this thing, and its natural instinct is to keep pressing, to keep moving, and those spikes are
God.
lined up right on his tail end. So you're going to be doing a dex saving throw and a various,
Right.
but I'm going to see if you can get advantage on it by having Zoralia see if she can kind of reel in the beast, assert her dominance over it.
Okay.
She's done it before.
I don't want to kill you.
Yes, you do.
14.
Yeah, I would say a 14, especially since you've kind of sat on him before and you kind of know how to treat this creature. As you kind of assert your will and take control, you kind of fight against it. As you're trying to steer away, he struggles a little bit. He's trying to gun the engine, but you move just enough to the side that you will give him advantage on his dexterity
Nice.
saving throw. And a various. This thing, if it hits you, does
Come on.
tons of d6, and then it's got the spikes.
Natural 20.
Hey! Nice! Alright! So, with a natural 20, I'm going to say that you kind of look back at this trundling war machine coming towards you, and you just see a cool, calm, and collected Zoralia give you a wink from behind the steering wheel. You figure you've got some leeway here to
I lick
not
my
just
face.
dodge, but give a little something extra. So you kind of dodge off to the side as this thing comes close, the spikes mere inches away from your belly. As you flip, everyone goes, thinking the winner of the race is about to get eviscerated, and then you land in the puff of sand. They freak out, they're losing it as you just grind your vehicle to a halt, the spiked treads ripping up the track. People are losing their crap and throwing money and gifts down to you.
I just stomp
Undergarments
around.
galore.
Mark Mark's butt.
And from the center of the race course, the announcer goes, "And the winners are the newcomers and that guy!" And he points at Becky.
I've been here a while!
He has literally never won once!
The first!
Historical The crowd is losing it. They're pushing towards, like, the railing. Some of them are jumping and falling over the railing that's 20 feet from the track. Bap, bap, bap.
Oh, God.
They are rushing towards you guys in this living tide of like, excitement. They're pushing towards you. Some of them are just looting all of the money that was thrown towards you, but they lift you up, hoist you, and start taking you towards the announcer.
Big old brown scale form. Just
Oh yeah, you pick up a massive lizard just on your back.
It's fine.
Oh.
It's fine.
Somebody is petting your soft underbelly. It's not scaly at all. Oh.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. So you guys are being brought to that center where you can see that upon that kind of podium, there are these plague wights, these zombie creatures that are carrying a massive cauldron of skull mead. And it's kind of moving between their tiny, rotting, perishing forms, and it sloshes back and forth. A little bit of it spills over the edge and hits the ground, and you see these faces, almost gaseous, tortured souls kind of lifting into the air, but they go... and they boom, place it down with this thunderous kind of weight in front of you, and he goes, "Drink! Yeah! Get in there! Bob for skulls! They're rare!" So you guys can now drink from this
Nice.
potion of victors.
Giant lizard head.
Yeah.
All right, you guys can do a couple things here. You can take a sip, in which case you will feel slightly rejuvenated. It will be like a short rest, just for free. Or you can drink it and have it really fill you up and right to the tippy top.
Fills my belly.
You're gonna have to do a Constitution saving throw because skull mead is the kind of thing that people drink at a Rakdos festival, but when they do it there, it doesn't ever stay there.
Nice.
There's a certain guilt associated with that flavor. Who's drinking a small amount? Yeah, that's what I like that you're a zombie just dunking a hat in it.
Yeah, so I was
My
thinking it'd be cool
God.
if the hat was on the back of the head and just put the dead face in there and just like moved it around. So we can still talk with
Awesome.
drinks at the same time.
Everybody, Constitution saving throw,
10.
DC 15,
Oh.
and if you fail by increments of 5, it gets progressively worse.
I got a
What
10.
the side effect? Okay, that's a thing by 5. You have 1 level of exhaustion. So you
Oh,
count as having a
oh
long
no.
rest, but you're at 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
18.
18. You're big lizard.
Using the
you're
big
taking
lizard's
these gulps.
constitution.
You feel ripped and wired. Whatever you're drinking in there, this energy comes from somewhere else, and you feel like a little bit like when you transfer life energy out of plants near you to fuel your spells. You are very much consuming something else. The energy you have now came at a cost, but to someone else. So you enjoy it. Long rest for you.
I got an 18.
18.
I will also be bobbing for a skull while I'm in there.
You kind of plosh your head in there, get all your white hair in there, all the luscious locks. And what did you get for your con save?
It's a 7.
A 7. Okay.
Becky.
So you failed by 2 increments. You are actually
Dead?
poisoned.
Oh, okay.
You count as being poisoned.
Oh.
So
no.
you have disadvantage on your Saren, you have disadvantage on ability checks
Okay.
until your next long rest. And this poison is the kind that will go away on your next long rest. And you can't just have someone magic it away. It's got to be that long rest.
Cool.
Disadvantage on attack and ability checks.
Nice.
Awesome. So you guys drink in there, and I'm gonna roll to see which of you guys gets a skull. Okay.
Get a skull when I'm dunking
The smallest one is like, I can't reach. So some of the crowd is like, yeah. They pick you up by your ankles, and you're like, oh no! And they put your body fully in. You're like submerged up to the knees, and you're like, and it turns out that the
was so
skull has sunk to the bottom, and you're the only one whose face is like against the bowl.
Nice.
You bite it, they pull you out, you're near drowning, and you just cough, and liquid sputters out of the empty eye sockets. You've got the skull, everyone. They shake you around, they give you a big pat on the back. as
Do I get a
you...
prize? Is this my prize?
Yeah, well, what they do is, as you hold on to it, they're like, yeah! And they look at you, people are expectant, and you're not doing anything with it, and they go, hey, you smash it! You smash the skull!
I was gonna do that, but I didn't think so. Can I chuck it up in the air and like shoot it?
Yes, you
Nice.
can.
Yeah, I'm gonna chuck it up in the air so everyone can see, and then shoot a little chromatic orb at it.
Awesome.
And
You
do a
throw
thunder
that
damage.
thing up in the air. Chromatic orb. Wait, you're casting a big spell for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Skull confetti.
Having fun, and she wants everyone to see it.
Nice. All right. In that case,
Plus
I think you have to
31st
roll on the
level.
wild magic table.
Yes. I do hit 18.
You're
plus
poisoned
5.
until your next long rest.
Awesome.
18 plus 5 to hit, and then magic table is just straight magic table, or to roll to see if.
You have to roll to see if it actually even
Okay,
triggers.
17. I didn't trigger it.
Okay, great. You throw it up there, blast it in style. You just kind of unleash those pent-up energies that you're feeling. The skull explodes. The fragments kind of glittering like glass, very unbone-like. You are actually going to be able to summon that little creature back to you, the spirit there. You'll get what is called a footlight fiend at your beck and call. It's a little thing. It's a little imp.
I have a little pet.
When it dies, it dies.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
But yeah, so that's kind of the advantage that you get as you guys are being pat on the back, and the announcer comes to you and goes, "Guys, don't you worry about that stuff on the ground. They know not to touch. They've been warned before. We'll get the money one way or the other, and besides, whatever isn't made up, we'll give to you guys in winnings. Follow me!" And he kind of leads the winners on into, like, past over the track. As now that the race is done, all kinds of crews are coming to clear up the wreckage. The crowd is on there, kind of seeing their living buddies who still made it through the race, also pilfering shit. But the crowd is now able to move past the race course and into the halls that perforate the walls of this carnarium, this coliseum built inside the ruins of an abandoned foundry. So you guys are now being led by this guy into the carnarium. And then he hands you a big sack of gold for your winnings, pat on the back,
Nice.
and lets you free. He has other events to take care of. He's gone, and you guys
I
are free.
swallowed that big bag of gold.
Oh, you
It
swallowed.
just goes into my inventory, right? It's absorbed into.
Oh, nice. Oh, crap.
Genius.
But yes. Very cool.
How-
you
Yeah.
got the money you
How much
wanted.
gold should I add?
Now, you guys are near a Boros garrison, and tonight is actually a big night. And that's kind of why you guys rushed to get here tonight, is because there are quite a few people around who are interested in the festivities. I'm gonna say... I'm gonna give 30 Xeno worth of gold to the party.
30 gold Xeno.
Yes, that's
Oh, to the
right.
whole party.
Yeah.
You just ate
I
out
just
of
ate
my
it all.
money.
Yeah, so you guys have been left in like a small market. This seems like its whole own little community. You see people selling foods and cooking. You see street performers and acrobats doing their stuff. Yeah, spike wheel acrobats going through.
Oh my god, this is so awesome! I am going to go shopping.
Nice.
Let's go shopping. We can spend our. Can we spend our gold? How do we get it out of you?
I have
Close
some
his
bread
belly.
in the car if you guys want some bread.
Oh no!
The baloney's
What are
trunk,
you
I don't want to
doing?
get
Are you
it.
sick?
Puke it up. Puke.
Can't you just like transform out of that?
I suppose I could. Here. I will divvy it up. What's this? About
30 seems.
666, and I'll just keep the rest.
You do notice, by the way, that bag is abnormally large. He didn't, like, whatever he was told you the value was, he's like, it's 30 gold Xenos worth of coinage. You're getting this in copper zibs, you're getting it in silver coins from the Azorius. There are even alms coins, like particularly tiny little petty pennies that have been thrown in there. they made it so ungainly to hold on to encourage you to like spend in this area so that you wanted to lessen the weight. So you guys are all holding like tons of nickels, dimes, and quarters.
Joke's on them, I don't spend anything.
I don't know. It would only be like it would be a few pounds
Okay.
for your
Then
section.
I'm okay. And I'll just follow you to go shopping. Because
Yay.
I had to get rid of my cloak. So I just look like a tiny little gnome now.
So that's actually 7 to the 3 of you. I'll take that.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Fantastic. Yeah, so I mean, you guys can see that there are some pretty shady underworld connections that are being, you know, advertised right out in plain sight. Whatever you guys are looking for, it's here. It's just the price that's really debatable. So, what do you guys want to do, if anything, while you're here? Because one thing that you do notice is as you guys go through the one entrance to here, there is across the way another stall where someone has a bunch of people at a line, and they seem to be asking for people who want to join into the carnarium games to go deeper down the demon's throat. It's actually called the demon's vestibule, but
I want to go shopping first
all right.
for that, which also sounds fun. But
I'm sure I'm just shaking hands with people who are so very impressed.
Yeah.
That we actually won. I can't believe we won that.
yeah, of course we won.
we were amazing, Andy.
Plus we had Becky.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, how are you feeling? Are you okay? I can't really. Oh, see,
Did you eat some gold as well?
No, but that might be a good idea. Easy to keep the heavy stuff down.
oh dear, that's.
That is absolutely vile.
Andy, can you look after Becky? I think she's sick.
Who are you calling a she?
He?
I think it's a boy. Yeah.
Okay.
And it
It's
just
just
looks
a
like a
hat.
hat, so I'm not really
It's a
sure.
With a puppet back.
Oh, I'm just a hat! Before I was a winner,
see,
now I'm
I'm
just
gonna
a
try to
hat.
take it
You
off.
are a fantastic winner hat, and
Wow.
we appreciate you.
I pop it
Becky.
off. Does like the body just go limp?
I think
Hey, let me go.
as long as he wills it, he is magically attached to
Yeah.
the corpse.
Let me take it off your leg.
And it's when you do that and you realize the control that he has over this body, you're like, wait, so you don't feel nauseous at all. You actively decided to throw up a zombie's stomach. What the hell's wrong with you? So just, you did that very, very purposefully. But yeah, tons of people
You have
are
a good
giving
hold
you a
of
pat
this.
on the back, looking at you. They're amazed to see that a Golgari, of all people, even participated in the races. So, and let alone won.
I'm just. I'm the various. So crazy.
Yep, that is what you are known for.
Yeah, you guys have your own
The
little
wild
fan
one
club.
over here.
So,
Who wants to shop for
I'll
what?
just have
Yeah.
Chad go around and spread my name.
yeah,
how cool
you
I
can
am.
tell that Chad is a little bit PO'd that it turns out that you
Oh, we
guys
stole his
don't
heart,
count
and
as
then-
part of his crew, so he lost.
Oh, Chad, you are
No,
still here.
He's okay.
Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer.
It's okay. Come along with me. I'll buy you some nice things.
That's
I'll buy
a
you some pretty
bummer.
things. Come on.
Nice.
Come on.
And there's still like these slash across his pants, across the cheeks from the tail whip. And he's just like walking oddly. This is a bummer.
I feel like he waxes his hair in places no one can see that he's waxed his hair. Is that weird to
Speaking of
assume?
bummer, I think maybe you
We
should
must
go see a medic
investigate.
for that's going on down there. Yeah, that looks pretty sore.
I'll see you later. Bye. Bye.
Are we talking about us down there?
So Chad disappears into the wild yonder, having made it through to the other side to go and have his 4 buns turned back to 2. What would you guys like to do? You've got money, the world's your oyster.
Yes.
What you gonna buy?
Some really cool Rakdos stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Vendors, what do we have?
You can see that there are some people nearby going, Pithing Needle Services! Pithing Needle Services! And there are people who are lined up, only about 3 of them, and they're pretty nervous looking souls or sad. One of them is like blood covered and looks shell shocked, and then step right up, that'll be this much, takes the money and just severs the spine. The guy just. And someone starts wandering around. Step right up, forget your troubles and
I
some
don't
other
want to
things
do that.
besides.
No, that doesn't look fun.
Do we see Vinny around?
Vinny?
These booths?
Yeah.
Vinny? No, I
No,
don't
he'd be
think
gone.
he's out of district even.
I don't know.
Oh,
That's
he's out of
true.
district.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
just what he said.
Yeah, yeah.
It's true.
So you guys do not see your espionage-oriented friend. It would be a feat of strength to find him even then,
Yeah.
even if he was here. But yeah, so the pithing needle surfaces don't seem all that great. You can see that there's a giant spider that is all 8 legs manacled to a table, and its spinners is just like the people are spinning a stick around and then dusting it in like honey and flour to sweeten up spiderweb. Here you go.
I'm gonna grab 2 of those and be like, "You have to try this," and give her
Okay.
one.
Nice, you
This
guys
is
go
so
up to the thing.
Are you with us too?
I feel like we're probably. I mean, I'd be hanging around.
Not
with the group.
far. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get your own.
You can see a little kid who is
Besties.
struggling to eat it, like his mouth is glued shut. He's like, "This is terrible." He's just, and as he tries to pull it away, he just keeps getting more and more caught in it. And the parents are like, "Oh shucks."
Oh, is that his first one?
Yeah, he's
Aw.
growing up so fast.
That's precious.
Gotta work on that gag reflex early, little boy. Just has it stuck on him. But yeah, so the clearly Rakdos bent parents kind of take their boy and lead him earlier on or
So cool.
elsewhere. Yeah, there are places that are selling items and things for people who are looking to outfit themselves to go into the area. There's like a whole blacksmithy kind of area here. You've got weaponsmiths, armor smiths, people who can sell enchanted magical gear, and you can see a lot of the people doing that are going to fight in the arena later on.
I know what I
Can we
want.
go
Okay.
get something cool and
Becky,
magical?
what are you going
I would
for?
love
I
some
want
magical
3 things.
Okay.
One of which is a cork to put in my mouth, so I stop throwing up.
You can find a
Good.
cork big enough for
Just
like
a cork. Just that I just.
Oh, okay. Awesome. You find a cork.
I also want a really large clock on a chain that I can hang here to show myself that I've made it and come into some money.
Awesome. Okay.
And lastly, remember you and I were talking about a thing in the Tommy Tum?
Yeah.
I want to see if I can buy some of that.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later, but if you can let me know the collective price of that stuff, that would be great.
Yeah, so you can see that there's a goblin who's covered in spike armor, who's a spike jester, and to this kind of performer, suicidal charge and like
Nice.
top tier entertainment are one and the same. You can see that he's also buying some stuff to eat and stuff in the layers of his armor to really cap off a show with a bang.
Nice.
Awesome.
By the way, I am still dressed as a pinata.
Okay.
If you forgot.
Yeah, all right.
And I'm still a sheep costume.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Oh yeah.
With some hooves.
I forgot about that.
Cute little shoot costume.
Yeah, some of the people
Man.
passing by who are clearly fighters, lamb to the slaughter, fresh meat.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, I like this guy.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo!
Andy, are
Everyone
you
is so
looking
dangerous looking.
to buy anything?
No.
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 Well, is there anything that looks like it interests me?
Anybody Rakdos straight up mushroom?
Ooh, fungal stuff.
Is there a
No,
good mushroom dealer here?
It would be you.
There are mushroom dealers who have bought their product off of the Golgari. Yeah, there are hallucinogenic mushrooms and powders and all kinds of weird and wonderful things for sale down there. If you
You
want to
don't
go,
mind if I do.
you go and browse.
And then we're just looking at pretty dresses.
I'm just taking
Holding
Tink
them.
by the hand, running like stall to stall, being like, "Yo, you gotta see these! You gotta see these!" Like so excited.
Is there? I'm gonna go up to the magical one and
Hmm.
look around to see if there's anything that I could wear that doesn't look like it's too heavy and too like much armor, but it still looks cool. And maybe even ask if there's like some magical properties to some of the things.
You notice that as far as magical clothing is concerned, the Rakdos do not really cater to that kind of thing.
Okay.
It's you don't see a shield on offer necessarily,
yeah.
right? Because they tend to put their enchantment and their time and expertise into weapons for
Okay.
the offense. So unfortunately, you find plenty of mundane clothing, with all kinds of styles to it.
I'm gonna just look for something that's crazy and red and like fiery and This is cool.
That would look good on you.
Yeah, you throw this thing on, and like there are these very, very thin little metallic wires that go throughout it, and so there are these yellow, white, kind of orange to red tassels that look like flames, and as you walk and move around, it looks like you're on fire, kind of moving around. People, oh, it's so cute, oh, that's cool. I thought it was really cool. I wouldn't buy it myself, but you rock it. You got the confidence to make it work.
Yeah.
I can pull it off, but you can pull it
That's
off.
adorable. I love it.
You.
That's
You're
what
gonna
you
buy
do.
something pretty. How much was that?
That is only going to amount to, like, around 90 zib.
Okay. So. Sorry.
It's like 90 copper.
Okay.
Mhm.
Perfect.
I would like to look for some kind of magical item or weapon or something super Rakdos.
Yeah, that they have in spades. Welcome to a Rakdos carnarium kind of gladiatorial shop.
Spades.
Yes. Ooh, you see one by the mushroom section? Nice.
Did they have a nice Rakdos spade for me? I'll take it.
Yeah, you know what? In very Rakdos style, you see that they've made a spade that has like a stylized symbol of the Rakdos guild on it with like that point for digging. You're like, so cool. But like the eyes and the nose on that symbol are like punched out, so it's a shovel with holes in it. It's like, it's not exactly
Okay.
functional for everything, but cool.
It'll look good for the neighbors. They'll be jealous.
You could strain pasta with that.
I suppose. Yes, I could.
Yeah, so you'll find that if you buy that spade, it actually counts as like a war axe. It's got the spikes off to the side of it.
Wow. It's big.
It's not a great axe. It's a one-handed, but war axe.
Okay.
You gonna
And,
buy
uh,
something
And the
pretty?
gold cost.
Does that like hold up dresses to you?
Gold cost on that
Maybe.
would be
Everything
a Xeno.
looks so pretty
Okay.
on you.
It's probably wood.
So Zoralia, you are looking for something magical and deadly? All right.
Yes.
You can see that someone is offering, Rakdos right knife, Rakdos right knife, made by witches, blood witches in training. Some of our most promising up-and-coming blood witches. Be the first one to own an original work. So you can see that these aren't kind of standard issue. You look at it, you have a knack for a little bit of the arcane. You can tell that the work is very much the work of someone who's training and learning, but at the same time, part of that magic is there. This is something where if you cut and kill someone with it, a little bit of that energy sticks with the blade, and you can keep doing it and keep doing it, and then all at once release it when the opportunity comes up. So that's a Rakdos right knife. But another thing that you can see is a Rakdos key rune.
Ooh.
Yeah, that thing is actually kind of on a display case a little bit further back from you. They have one on offer, and it looks very much like a small miniature version of the kind of symbolic demon person that they installed into the driver's seat of the vehicle that you piloted.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there is a demonic spirit within that thing. They made a big one and had it pilot their car for them. This is a small one that you can
A
pick to take
demon
with
of my very own.
you. Yes.
I will take it.
Oh, alright. He kind of takes it off. Careful with this one. She's feisty. And she goes, now you can use this in a multitude of ways. Pretty much everything you can think of, it's good for. And some other things that you might not be able to think of on the spot.
Ooh, like what?
She whispers in and whispers some pretty horrendous stuff. Like, the stuff that she names to you is like, that doesn't sound pleasurable or fun at all. Sure, anything could be that if you're brave enough, but why? Like, oh my god. So she hands you this thorned kind of like effigy demon, and you have a Rakdos key rune with you.
Yay!
You can hold that card.
Ooh. Thank you. Could I maybe look for a very, like, sultry dress?
Yeah, absolutely. Now you are gonna be
pork chops for that.
a good you are gonna be 5 Xeno short by the time you pick up that Rakdos key rune.
Oh, that was expensive.
Yes, it is quite expensive.
I can buy you the sultry dress.
It's okay.
You go to another clothing store and you can see that the prices on these things, you're like, oh, they're low prices because there's very little fabric to them. But part of you realizes as the guy sells it to another hyper attractive lady and some other really nice girls are lined up, he's like, oh, he's selling it because he gets a little something out of this
Do
too.
you have any long gowns with long slits up the legs?
I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I think I've got that. He grabs something that looks really nice, goes behind into the back wall, and just look at this. Kind of
That is perfect.
No thanks.
Yeah, so you can have this really tight fitting. Everything that's covered is kept mysterious and accentuated. Yeah.
Every guy is just gonna faint from that. If you haven't got charm person, then damn.
Yeah.
You are so sweet.
So you can buy that for a Xeno as they kind of pass you over this really lovely dress. It does have a minor enchantment, you realize, if you were to put it on. So when you put it on, you would see that it actually has built-in jiggle physics.
Nice.
There's a small cantrip inputted into it to make everything sway that little bit more. As you're walking, the dress kind of helps you move from side to side.
Nice.
Kind of gives you a certain walk. Everything kind of moves and perks in just these right
strut
ways.
down the street a little bit and turn back and be like,
Oh my god.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone just, yeah! Yeah, some Orzhov guy is just like, oh my god, this is so cool! Yeah, he's just creepily standing there watching all these girls change into this next thing as they move through. He's like, whoa!
nice.
Awesome. Anything else that you guys are looking for here?
I was perusing the mushroom section with great interest, or poisons. Ritual casting, detect poison, just to make sure I get the best grade of thing there is there as a...
Okay, yeah. Ooh! I thought you were just looking for some fun time stuff, but if you're looking for poisons and things like that...
Fun or not, whatever's potent.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to say that you find a fun time powder that is so fun as to be a weapon. It is military grade drugs.
Yeah.
And yeah, you sense that if you were to take a
Journeyman type thing that we had before?
What's that?
The journeyman mushroom? Like a powder made from that? It's
Yes.
a resin.
Yes, exactly. If you were to blow this in a large quantity in someone's face, they would just be succumb to fits of laughter. They would be spasming on the ground uncontrollably. Some people laugh themselves to death. They can't overdose on the drug, but they can laugh so hard that they asphyxiate.
In a little Ziploc bag.
Yeah. Cool. So if you're gonna buy a dose of that, that'll be something like 70 zip. So you can get rid of all of your annoying smallest denominations of coin.
Burn through that copper.
Yeah, 70 copper.
Can we make it 68? Because I have 68.
Deal. Deal. You talk them down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't want to break this gold. I don't know, guys.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Awesome.
I am tournament champion.
But yeah, if there's anything else, you guys do kind of notice that there is one big item for sale. They don't usually make these all that often. It takes a Rakdos's mind to create it, but it also has to have a certain amount of training and discipline and skill, and so these are exceedingly rare items. There is a muse vessel that is currently on auction that people are bidding for to own. And you've actually heard of a muse vessel, and if Veneer was here, he would have as well, because the Demir like these things too.
What is it?
A muse vessel, what it does is you can actually take a... Hold on, I just got to sort this out in my head again. That's right. So what you can do is remove a spell slot, some of your energy on one day, and bring it with you into the next day. This is a storage device for spells.
So cool.
The only problem is that muses can be fickle things, and sometimes the thing that kind of keeps your memory nice and pristine doesn't want to give it up. So there is a chance that you surrender a spell slot one day, and when you try to use it to get it out, it goes, no, I like this. I like this one. And it'll jam on you. But otherwise, it's a spell storage device.
So it's like a spell slot carryover.
Mm-hmm.
Can we only do one, or could we do as many as we want?
Is it a
Well, that's
day?
up to you to
Ooh.
experiment and push the limits.
Nice.
Yeah, there is no like label with directions for use on the muse vessel. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, you can go for that. But it does seem like people are willing to pay a fair bit for it.
I would have spent all my money on my clock, whatever was left.
I
Bejeweled,
spent most of my
bedazzled.
money on a sassy little demon, but
I would have done my little artificer thing too to just put some text on it and say this is as expensive as it looks.
There's that, and you chose that one over the one next to it that says party time, party time, party time, party time, party time. So whatever it puts in, it's always party time.
And then hammer time at the top.
Nice. Nice. So you have an awesome, dope-ass looking bling watch. Timepiece.
Sweet.
Great.
Yeah, just
Flame.
looking
Worried
cool
about
little
being
fox.
robbed, eh?
I won't bid on
Dead
it.
body piloted by a hat. He's okay.
How many people are eyeing up his timepiece?
A lot of people who are walking by. You can see that there's a Demir guy whose mood is just straight sour, and you're like, why is he not having fun?
Mhm.
And you can tell that he doesn't care at all for the games. Right now, he's paid a certain fee to get in here, and he's trying to recoup it from
I
like
don't
pickpocketing
think he
people.
knows
and he's
that
like,
it's party
"Oh,
time.
Ah,
not getting much. So he's
Mind
mind your
looking.
purses.
Yeah, there's a Demir cut
Pickpockets.
purse in the area.
A Demir what?
A Demir cut purse. It is an
Oh,
actual RAVNICan creature,
Yeah.
and when it manages to hit you, it steals stuff from you.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna head towards the next gate with you then, if you're
Awesome.
done.
Yeah.
cool. So you guys move towards the next gate, and you can see that. Oh, you.
Don't you think you're showing a little too much?
Not at all.
Whoa.
Beautiful.
It's very, very revealing.
Yes. I don't know what keeps happening to my voice. It's like, it must be being here or something. Just, whew.
It's not really your style.
No, I think it is.
I think it is too.
Some guy
Thank you,
passing
Becky.
by goes,
Yeah.
"It's her style, man.
Yeah.
That's her style." Like stumbles past you,
It's-
falls in the
It's
dirt.
really the kind of attention you want to get.
Yes.
I'm proud of your confidence, and I'm disappointed in your poor attitude towards her confidence.
She's beautiful.
I am beautiful.
Do look very nice. Your hair is starting to grow back, which is also nice. And I found these nice.
Say nice
presents.
again.
What?
Say nice again.
Nice?
That's
Why?
good.
What are you trying to say?
Oh, nothing.
His baloney's got a first name, and it's thinking for him, apparently.
Talk about my baloney like that.
Do you want to get some meat, or are
No.
you hungry?
Isn't, by the ways, we're like supposed to find someone here?
Yeah, we're going to the next gate.
Well, how do we know he's not
Who are you
right
guys
here
finding?
watching us?
There are a lot of people in this area, and a bunch of them seem to be paying attention to you because they just
Mhm.
came from
Yeah.
being in the stands.
Is there anyone that looks kind of important, like they got henchmen kind of thing?
I'm gonna have you guys do.
Or they're
a-
dressed like a boss?
All right,
Like a
do
Me with my big club.
perception.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
you
besides you are.
Or even investigation. I'll allow you to do an investigation
do
to see if
too?
you can work. Yeah, absolutely.
Me too?
You know even less about what's
I know, but I would just look to see who's important. Looking.
Yeah.
We got a 17
Whoever's got the
plus.
biggest timepiece for this game.
20, dirty 20.
Okay, nice.
I got a 18. And that was a yeah, because that's a disadvantage. isn't it?
Why?
'Cause-
Oh,
'cause of
yes,
my-
because
yeah.
it's an ability
Okay,
roll.
just check.
Oh.
So yeah,
Oh, yep.
that
I
is
did run way down.
16
that is
for me.
18 luckily.
Sorelia's very distracted by all the fun.
Yeah. You're feeling good. You're just like, you just jump up and down a little bit, like,
Oh,
they've got a life of their own now. What the?
this is
Hi.
really neat.
Okay, so at the end of the day,
Oh my God.
8, and at the end of the day,
Yeah, I'm like
Sorry?
straight at, but 18.
18 still. Okay.
Just like where your head is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
So
So I think loves this.
you guys start kind of looking through the crowd for who you're actually here to see. While you're scanning, you thought her outfit was revealing. You can see that there's a Dev Kareen elf who just has like a little bit of like a vine that's covering just
Nice.
a few spots with a leaf, and you're like, whoa!
At least she's recycling.
And she's giggling and so nervous. She's like sweating with how nervous she is. But she did it, and she's walking, and people are like, yeah!
Good for you.
So racy.
Yeah!
Hope it's not poisonous.
But that's not what I'm looking for. Ah.
As that
Distracting.
kind of passes you by. No, focus, focus. You don't see anyone that people are scraping and bowing for. I mean, there's a certain amount of irreverence within this atmosphere. These people are just bouncing into each other. It's hard to tell who's up from who's down, especially since you have very well-to-do people from the other guilds kind of slumming it in this no-go place. But you do pick up on something, and you pick up on another thing. Both of you guys in different parts of the crowd are hearing rumors from groups of people who are excited, and they're like, man, I can't wait for the show tonight. You know that jury of the review, he's actually even shown up to hear him out. And following the recruitment, there's gonna be Blim, the comedic genius. He's actually putting on a show. Yeah, I don't find him all that funny though. Don't say that, you're gonna get us hurt. So that's what you hear, is that jury, famously of the jury review, is even showing up to the carnarium, the gorehouse.
And I
tonight.
know this person?
You would have heard of them if only because it's almost like knowing of a super famous athlete in a sport that you don't watch. You might not know
Right.
anything about them, but you've heard the name. It's that common. He's a very famous troop runner.
I've heard jury might be here of the review. Anyone?
Oh wow.
No, you know him?
Yes. Well,
Who is he? What is
doesn't
he?
everybody know?
I mean,
him?
I've heard his name.
Right. That's all you need to know. He's jury of
Yeah.
the review.
But
Yeah.
And
You know that he has a
But,
very
like,
famous blood fray
Why is
giant.
Why is he
who's like
so
the star of the show?
important?
Oh, he does shows. He's got the Blood Fury giant on it. It's like the star.
are we gonna have to find him?
Okay.
Oh.
Well, first of all,
I don't
what
know.
is a blood fury giant?
Well, it is a giant that
Smashes stuff.
smashes things.
Is it like the smashy giant from your place? Cause I still
No, the
terrified
Molder
of that.
Hulk
Yeah.
who,
No.
Is
who
it
crushed
bigger?
you into a fine paste.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's a little
he
bit
could be.
different from that.
Okay.
But yeah, all that you piece together is that jury of the review, he is a famous enough person that not just any old knight. He would not show up here for just anything. Something important has drawn him in to hear it out. And you on the other side listening to
Blim.
people, you
Blim
can
or
see
blimp?
Blim, the
Blim.
comedic genius. He's an imp who is famously
Blimp the imp.
Yeah, I thought that's.
he's ridiculously unfunny, but people are always they like show up to his shows because when he loses it and people don't receive the jokes well, he inevitably like kills people in the crowd, and that people find delightful. Where they're like, "Hey, sucker!"
That's
Yeah.
gonna be fine.
So that's
I
Blim.
don't think we go to that show
I don't
Oh.
want to.
Okay.
unless we go to
You
Heckle.
go to a group of like fan boys and girls. It's kind of hard to
Yeah.
tell with all of their like makeup and all of the outfits. They all seem to be dressed like the same person because you're like, I'm looking for someone who looks distinct.
Oh, yeah.
There are 3 people who all look like this same distinct person, and they're going, oh my god, Judith is coming! She's gonna be in the stands. I hope I can see her. But what if there's just other people like us dressed up in the stands? How will we know which is the real one? Damn it! So they're like, "Gah, I wanted to see the Scourge Diva. She doesn't just show up for no reason. Yeah, something's bringing her here. Even she's interested."
So they're like cosplaying this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They're like dressing up like Judith the Scourge Diva.
At least we know what to look for.
I'm gonna go back and be like, are we gonna be in the stands or are we gonna be like in the battle?
Well, if we're doing it right, we're gonna be in the
Probably
battle.
both.
Okay.
You're doing it right.
Okay.
Get the
Then I
full
should've.
Rakdos experience.
Well, yeah. No, I was just thinking if we're gonna be in the stands, then like we could cosplay and then we just like hide with all the other cosplayers.
I'm already cosplayed.
Yeah, but like there's gonna be like 100+ people, like thousands of people all cosplaying the same person.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, I just saw like
Yeah.
3, so I don't know where you're getting your numbers.
well, they seemed very excited.
Right.
Yeah.
But how would that help us?
I didn't know if we were gonna be in the like battle or in the stands.
I still don't know. I'm just looking about.
Because
The two of you guys now know that some pretty important people have shown up tonight to watch a particular show.
If we are
That-
lucky, we
that's
get
what
to be
you
part
overheard.
of the show.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds dangerous. I mean, why wouldn't we just go in the stands and make our way around and try to find this
This is already dangerous. We're here.
mage we're looking for?
Well,
How many people have to compete in this part
I,
of the
I
thing?
have some tricks. I mean, I,
Yeah, like as you're looking at the people who are lined up to gain entry, you can see that it's actually a surprisingly selective process. They don't just take literally anyone, because there are some people who show up and they're like, name, experience, magic, classification, no magic, nothing special, newbie. Yeah, you have to go to either one of the smaller arenas. You're not going to get a slot on the main stage. So they're actually turning a lot of people away. There are smaller, little small-time arenas that people can fight in if they're amateurs. But if you look at them, you guys notice that you stand a little bit taller. You comport yourselves better than the guys who are turned away.
Is it again
Yes.
where
Yeah.
the only way we
Let's
could
do
go
it.
any further is
You
by
just stop.
winning this?
There are always two ways. You can either be
Yeah.
part of the entertainment and go through for free if you live,
Yeah.
or you can pay your way through.
Me and Zoralia are walking straight up like we own the place.
All right, awesome.
Do we have to compete as a group, and or should we compete as a group? I'm just asking on what I might know, being around these parts a little bit and sort of scouting stuff out.
You would know that these people have a lot of practice. They're very good at what they do. No matter who you are and how many people you come with, they are generally pretty darn good at giving you an environment that both plays to your specialty to show off your moves the greatest and still provide a very entertaining challenge. Whatever you guys do as a group or singularly, they'll be able to make an according challenge to it.
I'm just thinking about
There's no
having someone in
advantage
the
one way or the
I'm just
other.
thinking about having someone in the stands. Most other people compete. I don't know if that would even be a thing, but
You think one of us should be in the stands?
I don't know what I think. I
Right.
think I would think it if I knew what I was thinking because I had the experience
Well-
of being here for so long, but it's not coming to me.
I mean, are we still sticking with Becky?
We've walked away.
Yeah, are we sticking with
Yeah.
Becky?
You are with Becky.
I mean, she's not really part of this.
Why is everyone calling me a she? Guys, I'm right here!
You prefer to be a he?
Well, I am a
I
he.
mean, you're a hat.
You're a hat!
No?
this is all you get.
Le chapeau.
You gonna go sign up?
Yes, I'm going to
Yeah,
go sign
we're
up.
gonna-
So
Walk up.
But, alright, I'll sign up as well. And if we need a foursome, at least we have.
I'm gonna sign up too, if they'll take me, because I'm just a hat.
Becky, you're awesome.
you're not just
Uh-huh.
a hat. You are also the corpse attached to the hat.
Thank you.
I'm
Right.
the hat.
I appreciate you realizing me for what I am.
All right, so you guys get in that line, and you see a whole bunch of people who are professional pit fighters, but kind of have succumbed to their injuries, minor tier cultists, new people who just want in on the game. A lot of them are getting shifted around, because it seems like there is one thing that is scheduled tonight. There's one performance scheduled that seems to be stopping as many people from being accepted. They're going, No, we've got this mysterious riot mage who
Riot mage.
booked off the slot.
It's,
Wants to hide his...
who's this riot mage?
Did you notice I said mysterious riot mage? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
an anonymous guy bought out the slot. We have the preparations that he asked for in place, but
Do you
the
know where
mystery
he will
adds to the
be
whole thing.
sitting?
Sitting,
we just
he's
want
from downstairs, so he's not gonna sit in these stands. He's the kind of guy who shows up, cuts in line, does his thing, and then goes back to where the real parties are.
So if we get down there, we can see him.
Oh, yeah, so we got
We'll
this
be
mysterious
getting to the
guy.
real
we got
Sounds like
Lemon.
he'll be right here.
Yeah.
How would we know who he is, though? He's mysterious.
That's a good question. Do you have any kind of spells that might help?
I do.
Well,
Detect-
there you go.
Yes, I can use detect thoughts, so I can kind of read people's minds if
I-
they're close enough.
Because it'll be a very big crowd. Probably hard to single one out.
Do you have
Yes,
like
probably that is why I have not used it yet.
Yeah.
do you have
Why
like
are we-
detect wealth?
Well,
That is not something I have, no.
I think it'll be better to use
Unless he's
that
got his
one.
mind on his money.
And his money on his mind. Hold up the clock.
Yes.
Already came in handy. Money well spent.
You're getting robbed for sure.
It's like having a bag of money around your neck. Who wouldn't
Yes,
be impressed by this?
exactly. It is impressive.
Hey, what
that
time is it?
Everyone's going to want
Oh, I don't know. I can't read it upside
it.
down.
It is party time.
Oh yeah.
all right. So that guy's kind of looking at you. He goes, "Piss or get off the pot."
Take the
We've got
destroyer.
one real opening to. We can fit all four. If you guys all want to come in as one group, we've only got the one time slot open up that we can actually prepare the custom arenas to suit you. So it does take some time.
Yes, let's
You
do
guys are
it.
coming in as a group.
Yeah.
All right. Name.
Take the destroyer, I already said.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Tank the destroyer. Great. Access to magic.
I have sparky magic.
Yeah, I don't care what kind. I just need to know that you have it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Cool.
Doesn't
Any
seem
guild
very
affiliation?
nice.
Guild affiliation?
No guild.
Okay. Great. Okay, cool. So that
We're
way
not
we don't
in
have to
guild
have you
anymore.
sign this waiver. So we're just like, cool. No less paperwork for me. Okay, great. So tiny little destroyer girl with magic. Cool.
It's Aurelia.
Yeah, it's Aurelia.
Just give me our real
cool.
names.
You got oh, you've got access to a kind of magic. Yeah. I'm gonna
I
put you down as
absolutely
that.
do.
Her nickname.
Okay. And he's like,
Thinks
what the
like
hell am I
my
doing?
name.
But he writes it down. He goes, cool. Any guild affiliation?
What do you think?
Rakdos. He writes it down. Awesome. Oh, you're a Rakdos. You don't have to fill out that paperwork either. So it's like, great. The waivers are pushed to the side. So he kind of, you can tell that as he's asking you this, he's answering a whole lot of other questions on the sheet without having to ask you for it. He is picked up, he's almost like a man who's evaluating fighters, who's judging horses and livestock to see how strong and athletic or brutish they may
Gonna
be.
look up at mine.
If you
Just be like
look at his paper, it just says small. It just says small. SMOL. Your name, sir.
Just put down Hitchclaw.
Wow. Okay.
That's
If
what
you had a
came
hard
up
time with
as
that
the
first question,
nickname?
we're in for
It
a
sounds
long.
intimidating. Hitchclaw.
Yeah. That, yes.
At
It's
least I'm not
great.
using my real name where they can't find me after the fight.
All right.
Who's going to come find you?
Access to magic.
Yeah, magic.
Okay. Yes, access to magic. Clearly, Golgari affiliated or merely a fashion choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And he
Yes or no?
he kind of under your special abilities, it says fungus. Yeah.
Mushroom mite.
Yeah. Fungus, weird fashion sense, possible guild affiliation, sheep. Just, all right. And you, name?
Is Becky a girl's name?
I mean, you're dead. Does it matter?
Well, yeah. He'll whisper in the guy's ear.
Okay.
Alright.
So he writes your name down.
Yeah.
Very intimidating. Can you perform magic? Wait, you're a dead guy. I'm gonna put that as a yes.
Yeah.
Are you affiliated with the guild?
I hope not. No one will take me, and if they would, I wouldn't want someone with that lower standards.
All right, cool. The only one who needs to sign. Oh, you're Golgari.
No.
That's right. Okay, so you can't bring yourself back if you die. In that case, you're gonna need to sign this. You're gonna push the paper aside.
It's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
You guys are really on top of things.
If you die, can I put you in the front of my cart?
Sure.
Oh, good.
You can see that you actually can't do that. He is signing his corpse away.
Nice.
To join in with like the dead revels that the Rakdos do. They can recycle corpses. And you do notice there's an odd bit where it's stamped by some like church functionary for Orzova, where your soul actually becomes indebted to them.
Whoa.
Standard issue. You want it or not?
Not really, actually.
I'll just sign it. What are you
Technically,
doing?
we're not part of a guild anymore, Andy.
I know.
So, you don't have to sign any of it.
Well, he's signing it because he's
Like
not
I
part of the
do.
guild.
Oh, you're signing because you're not part of a guild?
I'm confused.
Okay.
So because he's not part of the guild, he can't bring himself back. So once he's dead, he's dead. And what they're saying is they want to make sure that they can get prime real estate for his body
Okay.
and his soul.
Yeah,
Because
no,
what else
I
are you
am
gonna do
not
with it?
giving up my soul for this.
All right. And then as you hand back the paperwork, he kind of undoes the clip, and it says optional. The clip was covering it up.
Hey, sneaky Orzov.
All right. So I've got the 4 of you set in. It's going to be about an hour and a half from now. We have to set up the arena to accommodate your particular talents. And you can see he does like another once-over. This guy has eyes that just penetrate and evaluate in the coldest terms. But yeah, he looks at you and goes, "Yeah, I think it'll be a good show. All right. If you wouldn't mind just waiting around, enjoy the lovely stuff." Next. Yeah,
All right,
so
we're inside.
I mean, that guy didn't seem like he had a lot of personality, and I'm puppeting a dead guy, so that's odd.
Yes, you do have a lot for a hat.
Hats off.
Oh. All right, so we're like
What are we
entering.
doing?
yeah, if there's any preparations that you guys want to do before you guys have your time slot to go into the arena, do so now. But otherwise, I'm going to pick up with you guys in line pretty much in this tunnel with the other people scheduled kind of coming behind you, and you guys can see through like this portcullis gate, this grated iron, this ramp up into the middle of the carnarium. You can see that there's some other event going on, all kinds of craps going off. You can see explosions of fire, devils and imps and stuff just driving around on all these crazy spike wheels and rings of flame. You can see all of this. This is the act preceding your own. There's this one lady who kind of told you to stand here, and she kind of guided you, but she's mostly like, "You just wait and I'll give you the symbol, all right?"
So, will this be another driving challenge?
No. If people want to see a race, they generally go to the race course. If people want to see...
Aren't they like, racing around and driving around, you said?
Oh, but not like vehicles. That's just what a spike wheel acrobat does. Yeah, I mean, just like a razor ball that they kind of move around
They
and
are
swing
so
in and out
cool.
of. Yeah.
Do we get one of those?
No. Well, not unless that's part of the arrangement, and it doesn't look...
I'm gonna try
like
to
it
peek
is.
what's part of the arrangement.
I'm gonna have you do a stealth first to see,
Okay.
because it is supposed to be a surprise.
Ah. No.
All right.
Gross.
She's a practiced hand. She kind of like tilts the papers in such a way that she can read them while you can't. And when you come closer, she goes,
yeah.
"Yeah,
Very
we've got
much
some
not.
really cool stuff in store for you guys." They don't do these all that often, but since apparently the 4 of you guys are even the people who won earlier today at the race,
Yeah,
they
that's
actually have like 4 entirely different things planned for you guys.
4 segments.
God.
This sounds increasingly dangerous.
It sounds fun.
sounds-
I'm
so
so
cool.
nervous.
It's gonna be showing off our abilities. So,
And you're like really strong and
Yeah.
stuff. You will be fine.
I'll try to protect you all as best as I can. Once again, Tink, stay behind me. Hatman, I don't care what you do.
Thank you! And I'll pat him on the back, and as I do, I'm going to use my Artificer's ability just to put Baloney number 2 on his back. Because he didn't sign that thing, so I'm taking his body if he dies.
Baloney number 2?
Yeah, because Baloney number 1 is dead and gone at the court. I said I can have your body if you die.
No, I did.
Yeah, so you guys are early to your thing because there are actual like accommodations where you guys can sit down and you're treated very well. They ply you with food and drink. They even give you like massages and kind of
good.
help.
Oh,
So
that's
when you
good.
eat, you guys are given some.
Is there
healing
people
treatments.
around us that are
Yeah.
also drinking?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up and drink as much as I possibly can. I won't stop
Oh,
because I can't get drunk.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm gonna drink everything I possibly
Oh,
can.
you should have a drinking competition.
Yeah, if
Who
there's
wants to
anyone
win
around
some
that
money?
wants to. Yeah. Do you want to
gamble.
bet against me? Take the destroyer.
Yeah, a bunch of people want to get in on that
Yeah.
action, so
She's looking like she's really drunk. Like
Yeah.
faking.
I'll like pretend.
she's tiny, so people
Yeah.
naturally want to get in. But it's a trick that works once. It's a trick that works once. When you
Yeah.
are drinking and drinking and drinking, and someone of your size isn't being affected, you get a big lump sum because people thought it was an easy bet. But
Nice.
after that, people are like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Well,
no.
How much do I
depends
get?
on her performance.
Yeah. I have got pretty good performance.
Of a drunk person.
You guys are gonna be here for a little bit.
Oh my god,
So-
this is my jam.
It'll be like performance or persuasion.
Yeah, I'll go for
Persuasion?
do a persuasion.
Okay.
No, he's right. Performance would do it because
Yeah,
you're
or
persuading
deception.
and acting drunk to see if you can lure people in.
Oh, my
past the first
deception
time.
is +5. So.
Yeah,
Well,
that's great. Either one of those three.
And it is a disadvantage for that.
Yes, because it's an ability roll.
Okay, then no, that's a
What?
7.
Could I give her?
Because she's exhausted.
Why?
Because I.
Because she
Oh,
drinks
I
all
thought
the-
because she couldn't be intoxicated.
from
that-
alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Skullmead isn't intoxicating in that, or doesn't give you negative effects in that sense. It's a certain guilt that weighs on the mind, that burns in the back of the
Oh,
head.
okay. She doesn't seem to be feeling that.
I'll just keep drinking.
All right, awesome. So I'm gonna say that while you guys are sitting here waiting for your time to come up, you're gonna walk away with like a full Xeno and a Xeno 50 zip. So
nice.
Nice.
golden apple. But yeah, so you guys are standing there doing this drinking, kind of getting along with these other people who have time slots near you or who want to come and see the people who are going to go into the arena before they most likely die. So you guys are having this lovely kind of chat when somebody is coming down the hallway. And a lot of these people stop paying attention to you and go a little bit confused, slack-jawed, and they turn. It's him. Oh my god! As this 7-foot-tall, well-filled out and built man in the baggiest clothes that are so form-fitting you've ever seen. Like they're baggy and loose, but of such light and like fine fabric that the slightest
cling.
breeze
Yeah.
kind of caresses and hints at the form beneath, statuesque.
Oh
and
my
as he
god.
just walks through, you can see him head and shoulders above the people nearby, and they, oh my god, to you three, this guy reeks of pleasure. He stinks of wealth and
guys.
moves like a great cat with it in terms of his grace. To you, Zoralia, as this guy comes near, you smell an almost like sulfurous sweat stink, where this guy has like this perfume of something almost rotten, and you see him moving like a cat, but only in that it's a predator that occasionally likes to play with its prey. You see him in an entirely different light from these guys as he approaches, kind of stands by the portcullis
What are you
and the
guys
schedule.
clawing
Yeah,
at?
so really, I think that might be our man that Gilderoy sent us to eliminate. Would you make certain by probing his mind a little bit?
I will probe his mind.
Oh, me next!
Now, just so you know, does that have a verbal component? because you will be saying Arcanobabble near this guy.
I think it does. One second. My phone is
I was
very
thinking of
slow.
going to distract him as well if it does.
Alright.
Because I understand
Okay.
magic and stuff, so I understand.
So good. You're gonna be like, man, that's good.
You want to look that up while my phone is thinking about how
Nice.
incredible it is.
What's the spell?
Well, you're
thoughts?
Detect thoughts.
Does
yes.
it thoughts?
Yeah, well, while you're talking to Zoralia to see what she can do to find out who this guy is, you can see that as he stands there next to the schedule lady, and she kind of catches wind of him and turns to him, she goes, "Oh, Hugh." "Who? Me?" "Yes,
Yeah,
you." "Why? Whatever did I do?" "Hugh, me." "Oh. Well, we must weave ourselves together once more. Wouldn't you agree?" "Oh, you." "Oh, me."
I say we just go for it.
Also verbal and semantic
Okay.
and copper piece.
I'm gonna just go up to him.
Okay, so you go up and go, "Hi." He puts a hand and just puts it on your face and pushes you rather dismissively backwards.
Hey!
As
Hey,
you just,
hey! You can't do that to my friend.
Shut up, I'm talking.
Oh,
All right, so
very
is
rude man.
everything ready? I want this to go perfectly. And the scheduler goes, "Yeah, 10 of them. They've all got their costumes,
yeah.
different guilds."
I'm sorry.
They're all
My
at the
phone
cages.
is a mess.
So the
Just
scheduler
now.
seems to say that he's ready to step on. They're just clearing the stage now. Yeah, they...
Yep.
What's that?
It loaded.
Yay!
Yay.
All right. So the scheduler says that his people are in place. He's the last piece. Once the stage is clear, he'll be going through the portcullis and doing his performance.
Nice.
This is the guy that was scheduled in, that everyone else is having to work around. And he kind of sends the scheduler away to go, "Double check for me, would you? Be a doll." Leave me alone. And he kind of like flips his hair and stands there. All right. And he is standing there facing the portcullis, getting ready to move into the arena to do his performance.
So can I cast Detect Thoughts?
Does it have a verbal
It
component?
does.
Okay.
I want to help her out a little bit.
How so?
I want to say, hey, what was that thing I told you to remind me about to write down? I can't remember how it goes. And I'm just going to wait for her to say it out loud as I
Oh,
pretend.
nice.
Very good. All right. This guy...
And I'll kind of talk
doesn't
back to her like a little bit as she's saying
Yeah.
to me, so blah, okay, 2E, okay. So it sounds like we're doing something.
This guy's going
Nice.
to do a perception check,
Okay.
and you have effectively put it at disadvantage by covering over what she's doing. Okay, he went from a nat 20 to a 13. Okay, so,
It's a Wisdom save of 15.
all right, let's see. Now, 19. Yeah, so he doesn't hear what you're saying, but at the same time, you cast this and you don't read any thoughts coming off of him.
I'm going to look at you.
Get anything? Here's called
What's he thinking?
He knew. I think he knew.
He knew what?
He knew. He was not thinking anything.
Just going to look around. Does it look like he knew? Or does it look like he's
As
just...
you say, I think he knew, he doesn't know that are they aware that a spell has been cast at them? Because he didn't hear you. He's not looking at you if you're doing somatic components. You could go under the radar on this.
I sent it to you in Messenger, by the way. I don't know how much.
She has it there.
What is it?
I'm sorry, it's pretty big.
It is big. I read part of it and I was like, this is longer than it needs to be.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
Ultimately, whether he knows there was a spell cast at him or not, it is irrelevant, because when you ask if he knows that she's there, you can hear him go, and you see that he seems quite disturbed by whatever he's smelling until he kind of turns and faces the bunch of you and goes, where are you? And he starts looking through these people who are standing by, kind of like, oh my god, it's you. And he looks
I'm gonna
at
turn
you.
and throw up in his direction, so he steps back.
You have a cord.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh no, I was just
nostrils.
Oh,
if I can.
All right.
He seems proper and prim. I want to see if I can gross him out to distract him.
Yeah, you
off his game.
throw up in his direction. You throw up on his knee, down like his shin onto his shoe, and he has no regard for you whatsoever.
Oh, weird.
He does not care. You figure that this guy has probably done some pretty nasty exploratory stuff. That doesn't faze him. And right now
he's
not
into it.
interested in you. So he looks at you. Oh. Hello. As he sees someone with red skin and horns and white hair, very similar to his. How interesting. You have caught my attention. We're rare in these parts.
oh my god. You are like me.
Yes and no. I mean, that's like saying two humans, one a professional athlete and the other one who's in a minor league are the same. They have the human part in common, but
Oh,
I
you're
get
a
what you're
dick,
saying.
okay.
Yeah, I tend to get away with that though, but not against you, huh? That is the downside to our little ability. So, what brings you to my area? This is where I get my food, dear. You need to get your own.
We are looking for someone.
Yeah, we're all looking for someone. And I just told you, these are my hunting grounds. Look for your someone somewhere else.
No, I don't think so.
You are a feisty one. What's your name, little girl?
Zoralia.
That is... Oh my god, that is adorable. Oh, wow. Is it really you?
I'm sorry, what are you laughing at?
Papa?
Well, I think it's great that you're in on the joke. Oh, I can't believe you picked her name. Oh, God. Your whoremother, the one who birthed you, Zoralia, that was her name. You chose it? Oh, that's cool that you can see the humor in it all. Oh.
What the fuck are you talking about? You tell me more now.
Well, I've only known one person with that name, and that was a woman who I paid to rent her out. You see, a lot of people come here to sample the goods, but they don't like to leave with any reminders of what they've done. They do have husbands to go
I
back
haven't put
to.
my hand on my dagger.
So, you do this, and it doesn't faze him a bit. Not one bit. As he just keeps talking to you, and he just... Okay, yeah, so... They come to me, and most of them, they get rid of the evidence of their little tryst. So, I had to actually hire someone to carry you to term. It's a good thing, though, because we gestate only after, like, a couple months, so she didn't have to get paid all that much. Oh my god, I can't believe it worked! Sorry, have you not been told any of this? I thought you went to, like, the Azorius place. I thought for sure they'd fill you in.
I did. I was raised there.
I know, I had you dropped off there. I found out that weird little, like, legal clause that if a baby was dropped off there, that group of judges had to adopt it. So I kind of thought it would be funny if they had to take
This
in a
is
little
funny.
devil baby.
This is funny to you.
Well,
You do not.
yeah, it was great. I mean, they had to spend all of their time and resources, legally obliged. I'm sure they were digging and trying to find some way that they could kick you out, but I thought it would be great if they spent all of this time trying to make a little law mage out of a little devil girl. I don't know.
I will run at him with my dagger and put it up to his neck.
Do it.
My God. Don't be so dramatic. You're like holding it up to him as he's looking down at you.
Are you telling me that you made me as a joke?
Yeah, Like everyone caught that, right?
So mean.
I like the other people around laughing
I'm
and
just
giggling.
looking at
Yeah, there are some people who's like,
looking at
oh
you.
my god.
Yeah. I'm gonna stand behind Aurelia and just like look up at the guy
I
and
will,
have her back just in case anything happens.
You guys, what it looks like to you, despite what he's saying, the way he's looking at Zoralia from your point of view, he's looking at a girl like she's the only girl in the room. To you, you see that he has this this almost deathly intent, where he's just like, oh my god, I can't believe it paid off for as long as it did. Decades of sinking money into raising you. Oh my, for him, he's just like eyeing you on to take in your reactions to it all. Yeah.
I will try to shove my dagger up his.
Oh, inside
Yeah.
the jaw?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Roll to attack.
Dun, 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 dun.
Good thing you got that poison mark.
21.
21 will hit.
I cut him.
6 damage.
All right. So you have your knife at his throat. He doesn't seem to realize it. You go to stab up at him, and he just cut along his chin, and it kind of splits open. And to you guys, again, it looks like she just made this perfect, cleft chin of it. You can hear that your knife, hits and chips off the bone, and he just backs away, and
Yeah, laugh that off.
so he, after you cut, within that moment as the blade rises up, he backs up, just flips his fingers up, the portcullis magically raises, he takes a step back, and it drops in front of him. And he is standing on the other side. You can actually take a swing downwards, like an opportunity attack.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, he would disengage. So he has the action to disengage, moves back, and interacts with the portcullis. So he's standing on the other side, and he just... That was uncalled for. Come on, can't you take a joke?
Zoralia, this is our guy.
Are you okay?
There is nothing funny about this. I'm just ignoring them.
I will gash his form
Okay.
and then go through the gate.
I'm gonna
And
catch this guy's form too.
You go up to the gate, and you sizzle against a barrier.
I'm just a fog.
Yeah, it is not. It is not your turn to go through the gate. Otherwise, they'd have people busting through all the time. So you kind of
What's that angriest little smoke that's...
crackle against the magic.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well, at least at some point you ended up getting some friends, so that's good. Out of curiosity, if you didn't find it funny, why did you pick the name Zoralia? Why'd you take her name?
I was given the name.
Are you telling me they couldn't be bothered to actually give you your own name? They just gave you the name on the form. Oh my. Oh, Zoralia. You know what? That's fine. You're stuck with these people. The last thing I expected was for you to go to the myths. I did send you that lovely welcoming gift, though. Did you get it? Do you still have it?
What is it?
My instrument! Oh, come on. One of a kind.
That was from you. Why would you send me a gift?
Well, because, again, up until just now, I did think that you were in on this whole thing and were doing the same thing that I did. I thought that you were going to the Mist just to screw them over down the line. So I was like, Daddy's little girl, she's learning.
What's the floor like?
Daddy's little girl. I'm nothing like you.
We'll see. I'll meet you on the other side of this. If you're looking at the floor to try to phase through, there is a stone that, through so many uses, while the surrounding area is largely enchanted, that portcullis, you see that one has kind of been knocked out by some big pressure or creature or some thing released through this tunnel. The mortar is broken, and the smallest cracks you can slip
I can go in that small crack.
and it's just outside that area of enchantment. While she's talking, you start
Yeah.
to slip through. And he goes, yeah, how about this? If you want to keep having this lovely little father-daughter chat, if you survive my performance, I'll meet you down the Demon's Throat on the festival grounds. There's a brothel there called the Broken Toy Box. I'll see you if you make it. And he kind of
As
turns.
he goes to leave, I'm gonna spit on him, and I'm just gonna like scream and like slam on the gate.
You spit on his back as he turns, and it just lands this little spot of phlegm on the back of his kind of silk. He shakes himself. That's actually the... It is only now that you do that he notices that there's vomit on him.
Nice.
As he like focuses. This guy is very single-minded in his approach. And he turns, and then he seems kind of aggravated as this little bit of fog sneaks and slips out, hissing on the other side. And he goes, now is my time to shine. Oh God. He starts walking as your gaseous form is on the other side of the barrier.
Alright, I shake off the form, just manifest back into my regular self. Say, you stop there! We have to deal with you!
Oh my.
be
The
an
show
burrito with
must go on.
Oh, we have to bring you down!
Oh no.
You're going to have to do a wisdom saving throw. He's going to dominate person.
Ah! Yeah. Wisdom save.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this.
You should have stayed behind me.
Oh, I got this. Oh, I do not. It's a 12.
Yeah. With a 12, you freeze and you I really want to have you kind of clean up yourself in this situation, but the next act is for the four of you, and I can't kill you here in the dark, can I? I mean, we're at an audience spectator event.
What would you have me do?
I can't have you walk away unscathed, though. Cut up your face. And he turns. And
I don't have a knife, but...
he hands you one.
Oh.
He just goes, cut up your face. And he turns and dismissively walks up that ramp.
Stop it!
And as he gets to the top of the ramp, he holds onto this, he concentrates on it for its maximum allotment of time. Because
Isn't
as
it
he
as soon as you
starts-
take damage, it's over?
you would normally get to roll on each one. So I'll have you do that, but he is kind of talking to the people in the carnarium. He steps out onto that center stage to a huge round of applause. People are going crazy, and he stands in there and he's addressing them. As you do the first big cut, go ahead and do yourself a crit worth of damage because you're doing it to maximum
With the
effect.
dagger?
Is Andy,
Yeah.
is Andy close enough for us to touch him?
He's
through
on the
the
other side of a
little-
barrier gate.
Oh, I can't put
No.
my hand through, can I? Oh.
So 2d4 plus my dex.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
You do 7 damage and you get to roll again. And as you're doing this, you're taking your time with it as he gets to speak to his people.
Help me.
Fellow cultists.
Natural 20.
And friends from afar. As you cut down your face, and as the blood starts to seep and your skin starts to just kind of flop off and separate, you come to kind of screaming in the alleyway.
I'm gonna.
But it's
do a
drowned out by
massive
all of the audience.
How far is he from me?
He, at the end of that tunnel, does another 40 feet, and then he's into the center of the arena. That's another 60 feet. He's 100 feet away. He's talking to an audience.
100 feet away?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna go back into that brown scale
All right.
and just spend 80 feet. Or speed is 60. So, yeah, I'll just run up to him, I guess, with that turn.
All right.
And bonus action.
Andy's gonna die.
I guess I don't have any as that.
I'm gonna send you a message to your.
I'm not even.
Aren't you? Oh.
You turn into a brown scale.
I mean, you can probably send a message,
Yeah.
right?
I'll just say, Andy, stop!
You
No, you don't do anything.
Yeah. He'll stop.
Good.
yeah, you
We're
went
halfway there.
But You get
And I look back at you guys
to
through
the edge of the tunnel. Do you want to stay, or you
told me to
can-
stop. I stopped.
All right. Yeah, so you have front row seats to this guy addressing this crowd as 10 other people through these lifting portcullises, and they're all in different uniforms, costumes of the guild. But instead of their guild symbols, while they have the colors and style, instead of their respective symbols, they have the symbols of the myths emblazoned on them. As he talks to them, he goes, "You might have heard of a little something happening down at the myths, and truth be told, that was me. But that was only the amuse-bouche. There is a main course to all of this." And he talks to the bunch of them. He goes, "I will so aptly demonstrate what my plan effectively amounts to," as these people kind of rush towards him.
Can I run back to the portcullis
You can? Yeah.
and shape out and cast whatever disables magic? What
Knock?
was that? No.
Dispel
Dispel
magic.
magic. Yeah.
On the portcullis?
You run back,
Yes, auntie.
get out of shape,
Yeah.
and you start to prepare your dispel magic. As he continues his little talk, you're prepping for that. He goes, "I'm going to aptly demonstrate, I think, what my plan roughly amounts to. And, that's right. Most of the Rakdos have already been taken out of this equation. I already had them on side." So he just kind of speaks this word, and the person who looks like they're in Rakdos colors starts to stab and turn on the other people who are on their side, kind of confusedly put into the ring. And if you guys could see this, you would see that these are not fighters. These are people who have been taken from just the neighborhoods that surround the myths. As you cast Dispel Magic on that barrier. Now, does it go up to a certain level?
It does. Yeah. So any spell of 3rd level or lower is just dispelled,
Yeah.
and then 4th level or higher there's checks.
Okay. So you're going to have to roll that check, and the DC is 10 plus the spell level.
Correct.
DC 15.
5. Wow. Wow.
I will look at
Using
Andy
an
and give
ability
him a
check
wink.
using your spellcasting ability.
Oh,
What is-
Andy, I gave you a wink.
You did.
As she's standing on the other side of the grating looking at
Was
you.
that a D8?
A D8.
And that's for ability checks too?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Woo. I could choose to use that after. Natural 20!
Oh, nice.
Let's save that.
All right. You see him in the center talking to the crowd. You turn back, unshaped,
Both
get
hands
to the
up.
thing, touch it. On the other side of this grating, you see Zoralia there. Gives you the wind. You force your will over it. You can hear like this groaning, crackle, popping of like hyperheated rocks snapping as you are fighting against like built-in, like heavy grade kind of magics that you kind of pop and sizzle away until the void kind of disappears, and now there is just the iron portcullis in the way. Yeah, so dispel magic is an action.
There's no earth on the ground here?
Yeah, there is.
Then can I cast-
cobblestone?
Yeah, no, sorry, what did you just say?
It's like stone.
No, before that.
It's an iron portcullis.
Oh, yeah. So, could I cast mold earth to move 5 cubic feet of dirt just to raise from underneath it?
That depends. Is dispel magic an action?
Oh, yeah.
that's okay.
All right.
Can I?
With dispel magic being an action, he kind of continues his little play as he's pretty much telling the rest of these people. He goes, "They think they're better than us. But what they don't realize," and he's just fighting and fencing off about half a dozen opponents who are coming at him. But he's not just fending them off with ease. Little flicks of blood are kind of scattering as these people are getting shredded. The clothes are like falling. He's removing their like guild costumes. As he just a little nick here, a little slice there. He's just backing up, kind of. So they think they're better than us, but the fact of the matter is, I think you'll find that in the face of the guild pact, there's really only one potential outcome to this. So if you think that we can't have ourselves a little fun, Rakdos and people who are into this, anyone's welcome. If you don't think we'll succeed, then bet on that side. And then the odds of your return, should we win, will actually be better. Financial incentives and all that, all while fighting. And he goes, and if you do think we're going to win, well then why wouldn't you join us? And he just cuts a throat very easily. And with that, he starts to look at them as the crowd is going on. He goes, you get the point. Just starts throwing daggers, sticking into them, but again, they're not dying. These people are languishing until every shred of the clothes is taken from them. Back to you guys. You want to do something to lift the
cast
earth?
mold earth to move that thing 5 feet up off the ground.
Awesome. Yeah.
So you're moving up part of the earth so that there's an opening on the other side?
Yeah, I want to move the dirt that's under the portcullis up,
Yeah.
pushing
Awesome.
up.
You use those like slate stones to grind up with the dirt that's packed beneath them, and it starts to move this iron portcullis that you guys wouldn't have been able to lift on your own. Boom, 5 feet. You've got the clearance.
Come on!
Go squeeze under. What are we doing?
Well, you could just walk under. It's 5
Oh
feet
yeah,
up.
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can
no.
just walk straight under. Yeah.
All right.
I will.
Come on, that's our guy.
That is.
We
our-
go-
Becky, you in? Go blow him up.
I'm gonna limbo under the...
Come on!
I'm working on it.
You guys run through the gate, up
Is
the
he
tunnel,
attacking?
get to the edge, floor level with this arena.
He's attacking
rest of
our
them?
guys. Like,
Yeah,
sorry.
they're like normal people. They've got like 8 hit points
Oh,
each,
yeah.
and they can.
I'm just-
They're entirely eviscerated as he stands there and he goes, "So what do you say? Celebrate with me." And as you guys come up and stand on the arena, he goes, "And if you think that I don't have any skin in the game, my own daughter, everyone, here to overthrow her old evil dad." And he looks at you, and the crowd looks to you, and they boo. And it weighs something here as they bah, bah. A lot of the people who paid their way in here are well-to-do people, a great deal of wealth, and the people who are the movers and shakers of this world, guild affiliated. You guys are not playing to a welcoming crowd tonight, as they boo and spit and jeer, and he casually saunters back and he goes, "If you're eager, come on, let's see what you've got." But you can see that he is backing across the arena towards an exit kind of portcullis on the other side.
Stop,
Who are you saying stop to?
you guys. Let him go.
He's just backing away.
I will look at Andy's face where he cut himself, and I will cast Healing Word.
I don't understand. Why?
Yeah. As you do that,
Not here. There's too many of them. We can't take everyone.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's a packed coliseum with fans. So with everyone going, "Bow, bow," throwing stuff, you guys are in this rain of pelted nonsense. And you tell him not here, as he kind of steps across and goes, "That's what I thought. And, you know, I'm hoping that by the end of this, I can convince you to be on my side of things. That's the hope."
Eat shit.
He closes it and he goes, "We'll see, I guess. Make me?" So juvenile. And he turns and starts walking down the aisle out of that area.
What'd you heal me for?
6.
Yeah, almost full.
And that's... We're going to leave it there with you having healed his face as best you could.
Right in the middle of the arena.
Yeah.
But there is a problem when you heal him. Because you see that this is not a normal knife that he has handed this man. This is a knife for aesthetic scarification purposes. You can make all kinds of weird and lovely, cool patterns. It's like a different form of tattooing. When done beautifully, it looks great. He does not look great. But that's RAVNICA for you. That's where we'll end it for tonight.
Poor baloney.
Thank you so much for coming with us.
Yeah.
On our next episode, they're gonna get a crack at payback.
Yeah.
So hopefully you join in for that. All right, thank you everyone for coming. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Welcome to Rakdos.